watching it. Hopefully, you've already caught these guys live. We got Dali Van Gogh here today.
Hello. Hi.
Maybe just to quickly start off, if you guys want to give a little introduction to yourselves.
Sure.
I'll be first. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Isaac. I'm the guitar player in the band and founder of the band.
I'm Rocky, aka Rochelle, and I sing and play guitar.
I'm Lance. I play bass and scream at people occasionally. From time to time.
Both on and off stage.
Yeah.
And did you say guitar?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so, because if you said guitar, you would have one on your lap right now.
Yes. No, the guitar.
You're the second person to say, I play guitar in front of me in the last 12 hours. So
Oh, wow.
that was pretty. And I'm sure there's way more in the building if we really
Probably, yeah.
Who was the other one?
It's,
Was it?
no, it wasn't. You would think. It was actually Lynn DeCoste from Glasgow, my hometown. Not Like Yesterday has a card right there if you guys want to check them out.
Sweet.
Yeah, so there you go. Another. Yeah, she has another band called Hot Mess that's not being represented here, but they're a really good band. And yeah, she whips out the guitar. So, anyways, so I'm familiar with you guys slightly. Little Hell was out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, it feels to me like it was during COVID, so it could have been 2 or 3 years ago. But I remember that song coming. And what did you have out before that? The last single before.
Boneyard?
Yeah.
Okay, that might be the other one too. But I used to have a couple of your tracks in the car for a while there too. And Little Hell's one that stuck around for a while, so I remember that one for sure. So maybe if you want to give a little history of, you're here representing Dali Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when did the band form? I guess I've already admitted I've been aware of you for maybe a year or two. So
Yeah. Well, the original band came together. The beginnings of it were like 2008. It started off as like evolving from a high school band that Rochelle and I were in. And then fast forward through a whole bunch of different things. We had a house fire that burned down and we lost our master recordings and all kinds of stuff. But this lineup has been together. Lance, you joined the band just in time for the pandemic.
Yeah.
He did.
Yes.
November 2019, basically.
Well, I think you officially were
that's-
joined in like January, February.
February, yeah.
And we were about to play our first gig with you, and that didn't happen. We were supposed to play in PEI, and everything got shut down 5 days prior.
Yep.
and you're saying PEI, you guys are a Halifax-based band?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So you do have some exposure out in the other provinces. You're saying PEI right off in the bat.
Yeah, we played a lot in Charlottetown. It's probably one of the places we've gone. Yeah, in PEI.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, we've got audience all across Atlantic Canada. We have not played Newfoundland, which is interesting. But we've toured out to Ontario a few times and stuff. And right now we're gearing up for a cross Canada tour in the spring.
Awesome.
And then fingers crossed, our next show is a fundraiser, and we're hoping to go to Europe in the fall.
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
And if you're looking for some Newfoundland bands, this is a plug for the podcast.
sure.
There's an earlier episode of Heavy Bands that I kind of want to delete.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it up there. I just hope nobody listens to it. It's boring. You're not going to like it. But the follow-up to it was a little bit more of this kind of a chat format with a fellow that runs Heavy Newfoundland fan site.
Cool.
So that episode in particular goes through a whole slew of
like,
current metal bands.
I will
in
definitely check it
Newfoundland.
out.
So
Yeah,
you guys have fit in. And
100%.
just for anyone that hasn't heard your band before,
Yeah.
Right off the bat, it's not super apparent what type of music you'd be getting into.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
Yeah.
you got the acoustic guitars, so
Yeah.
we're in for a little treat here in a minute. But typically, you guys are a heavy metal band.
Yeah, heavy metal, hard rock.
Sure.
It's funny. We just finished doing a set of podcasts with dissections, kind of going through everybody's individual influences. The one that came up the most between all of us was Styx, which is hilarious because we don't sound anything like Styx, but all of us are Styx fans. It's probably where the keyboardy stuff maybe kind of came in and influenced. But yeah, we're like a hard rock kind of like post 80s 90s type thing. But today we're going to do some acoustic stuff, which we don't do very often.
Yes.
So cross your fingers that we don't totally blow it.
Yes.
But we're gonna play something off of our new record.
And your showcase once again is what time?
Yeah, it's tonight. It's at we're on at 1:15.
Okay.
At Steel City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just up the road from the hotel. If anyone's tuning in who's locally here.
Yes. So everyone can catch your set at Steel City.
Yes.
And then they can hop in the shuttles and taxis, or
and
hoofer
get back
back
here and
down here to watch Vormir play too. They'll be the
totally.
last of the
Exactly.
night, so it should be pretty exciting. And,
Yep.
Megan was just in here, so I'm gonna have to feed her some Red Bulls so she could.
I'm sure she'll survive.
Actually, that's something else. If there's anybody floating around the hotel thinking like, I don't know if I could stay up 3 nights in a row. There's girls getting around with the Red Bull backpacks with ice in them, so they're ice.
Dude, don't
cold
tell us
Red
that.
Bulls.
We're like cereal energy drink people.
Yeah, the girls were very nice to me earlier. It's still cold and it's been sitting under.
We're
here for
literally
how
going
long?
to throw them in the back of the truck and drive off with them.
So I'll be looking for you guys playing later because you'll have the backpacks.
Yes, exactly. We'll have the backpacks.
I'll ask you for a Red Bull.
That's how we get
totally.
people to our shows. We bribe them with
Yes.
energy drinks.
So I do want to get you guys to put a song in here in a second.
Sure.
And I see the guitars. I'm getting really excited to hear it actually. So
Yeah.
I do want to ask before we get into that, where that I've only referred to the one song really,
Sure.
Little Hell. So where that was out a year ago. Are you guys here to promote something new in the near future?
Yeah, although funny enough, Little Hell's it's our new record that we
Yep.
just dropped in June.
Yep.
The record's called New Blood, Old Wounds, and
Okay.
the first song off of it is Little Hell.
Okay, perfect.
So that was kind of like a pre-release single
Yep.
that we got out while we were getting the rest of the record together.
Yep.
So 5-song EP. We put it out following. We signed with Wormholedeath, which is a record label under Warner, and everything's kind of evolved since that record signing, basically, right?
How long ago was that?
We signed the deal. It would have been January. No, in this winter. Yeah, January.
It makes sense with the research I did for that episode that I was talking about. I already knew who you guys were from the previous fall.
Yep.
But all year, I keep seeing your name come up more.
Yeah,
often,
we're in
and
like
that's
hardcore promo mode. That's hence the touring coming up and stuff next year. We were going to try and do some of it this year, but you had the war breakout in with Russia, Ukraine, which threw Europe into chaos.
Yeah.
And then we were looking at doing the Canada thing, and then we're on the verge of the economic collapse of the century or something.
Yes.
So we're sitting here trying to book.
COVID,
But we're I mean that's been one of the big things for us. I'm not meaning to hog the mic. If anyone wants to steal it from me, feel free. But and that's the record is basically a testament to us persevering through all of this craziness that's been the last few years, which I'm sure is probably the case with a lot of people who we've been talking to, because everyone's kind of gone through this. It's one of the big unifying factors for the industry right now.
Yes.
So we all kind of got kicked in the teeth at the same time and all had to figure out how to kind of keep going. And so, like our most recent single, Out for Blood, is literally about that. Just being unwilling to stop, being super persistent no matter what.
Yes.
And the whole record's really about that, but Out for Blood certainly is. So yeah, I mean, we're excited to finally have the record out after all this time, and to be able to actually get out and play.
Yeah.
Like regularly. We played a few times through the pandemic, like sit down shows and stuff like that.
Sure.
But it's a whole different world now.
I know it's a
Since there
roller
was.
coaster. Sometimes things were open, sometimes it was all shut down. So it was really hard to plan anything in advance, really. And then, of course, a lot of venues didn't want to book anyone in advance either. So a lot of gigs would come together with little notice. But, that's how it goes.
And since you haven't had the mic,
Yeah, sure.
yeah. So, what's your experience been like the last year with everything kind of ramping up for the band?
Yeah, because, like we mentioned, I joined the band just before the pandemic hit, and, it's a weird experience. But at the same time, even with everything that's happened in the world, we've had more success in the last, 3 years than ever. With some very fortunate chances, back about a year ago, we had the chance to open for Buck Cherry here down in Halifax and in Moncton, which is massive. And then we got got to sign this great deal with Wormhole, which has just been fantastic, and we can't believe how great that's turned out. Like,
Awesome.
for that, they kind of approached us about it, and we kind of hummed and hawed a little bit, thinking because we'd run into some issues with other people, promotion-wise and
Yeah.
social media-wise and radio tracking and stuff that turned out not great. So we were like, well, what's the worst that can happen? I believe our drummer, John, who's sitting just off camera, said we've thrown more money at dumber ideas. And it turned out to be...
Run down and give a wave in the camera at the very least. He's a little shyer staying off.
No, there's not enough room for me here, and there's no room for a drum kit either. But hey, I'm Johnny, and I play drums for Dali Van Gogh.
Awesome. Thank you.
These guys are going to give you a really good treat.
And they'll see you at the showcase later when everybody goes to that too. So
Yeah,
there you
he's
go.
really the star of the showcase, truly. Like, we don't... The rest of us don't matter. He's the important one.
Awesome. So I'll have to wait and go to the showcase. I'll buck out of here when they start playing.
Yeah.
I'll watch them with you. All right, I'm gonna let you guys get to doing a little bit of a performance here, and then when you're done, just stick around for a minute, and I'm gonna let somebody else in the background. So anyone that's listening, when the song's over, it's not over. We're gonna just keep going with bands for probably another half hour or so. So, all right, if you guys want to take it away.
Oh yeah, this song is from our new EP, New Blood, Old Wounds, and it's called Savannah. With biting words, she'll eat you alive. Get out while you can, or else you won't survive. Whoa. Whoa. With just one look, you're shaken down to the core. Makes you scared to see what's on the other side of the door. Whoa. Whoa. She's a danger to us all. Savannah, how'd you get so mean? You used to be a friend and now you're nothing but disease. Savannah, how'd you get so cold? You lost yourself along the way and now you're someone I don't know. Savannah. You're sucking in the truth and then spitting out lies. I can see the wolf's fur under the sheep's disguise. Whoa. Whoa. You're planting seeds for the thorns and now you reap what you sow. Popping pills to ease the chills that come from being alone. Whoa. Whoa. She's a danger to us all. Who'd be the first to make her fall? Savannah, how'd you get so mean? You used to be a friend and now you're nothing but disease. Savannah, how'd you get so cold? You lost yourself along the way, now you're someone I don't know. Savannah. Oh, 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 hey, Savannah, when did it go wrong? Who was that blinded at the start and you were poison all along? Savannah, how'd you get so mean? You used to be a friend and now you're nothing but disease. Savannah, how'd you get so cold? You lost yourself along the way, now you're someone I don't know. Savannah, Savannah,
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the name of the song again?
Savannah.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what it is. So that's on the new album as well? Yes. Awesome. And if anybody's going to your showcase, they'll get a full band electric version of that same song?
Yep.
Awesome. And thank you for the acoustic treat. I especially like that it was a different one that I'd be able to hear later too. So
yes.
I've been hitting the 5-minute pitches trying to get some of that stuff in too. So this was exact. I missed a couple today, so this backfills it a bit for me. So if there's anything you guys want to plug other than what we've already talked about for the next couple months, just talk for a minute. I'm going to pop out and grab another band just to keep the action going.
No, that's in 2 weeks, isn't it? Yeah. I was going to say next month, but it's already November. So November 18th at Monty's Show Bar and Grill in Dartmouth, we are going to be having a European tour fundraiser show. So that'll be fun. And we have our friends in Where Giants Once Stood. We'll be opening up. And it'll be a good time, good music. It's a fantastic venue. $20. We want
your money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't really get to Europe without some money.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Just a quick shout out to all the fantastic brands that help us out along the way. SE Electronics, that do a tremendous amount for us in microphones. Hipshot Hardware, who just came on as a sponsor for us, which we're incredibly grateful for. One Brown Clothing, Soul Tone Cymbals, Los Cabos Drumsticks. I think that's it.
Hi, Mom. No, if you're looking to check out more of our stuff, DaliVanGoghMusic.com is probably the place to go. That links off to all of our social media. It's got all of our videos, all that kind of stuff. So, and again, thank you very much for having us on here.
Yes, I appreciate it. I honestly will try to catch the showcase.
No,
but
thank you.
The way that my day's been going, I feel like I'm not leaving this room.
Yeah, well, fair enough. That's what you signed up for, right?
I can't say no. If you want to come down and hang out and play a song for me, like I can't do that on Monday.
No, exactly.
I can only do it today.
Yep, 100%.
All
I'm
right.
sure we'll get you out to something at some point.
Yes, for sure. And keep in touch with the podcast
through
socials or email or something.
I mean, that's one of the great things about this kind of event. I hadn't even heard of you guys. With you. And now we know all about it. I've checked out the podcast a bunch, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So we will be in touch.
And for anyone that's watching because they're fans of you guys and the metal scene, we do have some heavy bands coming up in our next couple post-Music Week episodes. We're going to do a couple other provinces too, so... Yeah, absolutely. Stay in touch and stay tuned. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. And we'll switch it off for these guys.
And for anyone that's still watching the live stream, stay tuned. We're going to slide right into another guest. You'll see how it's lined up on the TV, so you'll see what's actually live streaming.